again. Start another one up. See if fellas find their way here, or ladies, if any of you show up. What's the feminine of fellas? Would a woman be a fellow? Could be, I guess. And we're back. Exactly. So just welcoming the fellows back in a non-sexist sense of the term, where a fellow could be a fellow female fellow as well. Probably sexist that I even noticed that the word would imply a gender at all, or a sex, whatever it is. So now I was going to look around nature tours. I wonder if it's nightfall yet. And the light has or has not started up. Oh boy, that was really so nature tour base. The base was kind of envisioned as a tourism base where you could come and relax and look around. It had some giant fauna when I built it originally, but they went extinct with the patch. And so all you got now is the scenery to look at and a few smaller animals. Moose has probably seen this space before as well, but I think it's a good lighthouse, 12-sided. It's not exactly round, but pretty close. And the 12:41, so we got half a day to go before the light will turn itself on at dusk. You see, it's quite a large light, actually. It should be visible from other places, but it's a bit hard to see at times. We got windows along the spiral staircase. Spiral staircase is double helix stairwell. With one is wider than the other. This is a narrow stairwell, actually. And this is the wider stairwell. There's the main base down there. doesn't accommodate a large number of guests, but the ones that do stay can be quite comfortable. I got some nip-nip growing here. We got more nip-nip. And then we've got... That's all we got here. I thought we had some other stuff, but maybe not. Oh, it was a different base. It has different stuff growing. Doorway is here. Those are the security vaults that you can store your valuables while you're adventuring, so you don't lose it. This is the gift shop and contact back to civilization. You can save your iteration there. ATM to either sell your souvenirs or you could buy other ones. Just storage, I guess. And here's the observation room with main tourist relaxation facilities. A little food processor in case you're hungry. Chair to look out across the bay. Animals aren't quite visible from that distance, but so let's see, I think it's this one takes you to this thing. That's not where I wanted to go. This one then takes you out on a tour out across the... I used to have a observation structure here. Tore it down, I wasn't happy with it. A little pineapple. One of the few creatures still around here. And like a feeding station to draw in a few more animals if you want to be lazy and have them come to you. Sentinel. So it's another, that's the same pineapple. Used to draw in the giant quadrupeds with some burrower bonefish things. They don't stop to feed. Hazardous stuff. Weeding is a continuous chore. Identify it and eliminate it. Any other creatures around? A few flyers. These eagles are always flying over the area. They're fun to watch from the lighthouse, actually, from the top of the lighthouse. I can't scan them. There. because they're up there at the level of the lighthouse, actually. There goes another burrower. And this is a fairly large island compared to the, you can still see the lighthouse from here, but that's over on a smaller island out in the bay. This is where the large creatures used to roam. They've gone extinct though. So yeah, it's just islands. This is a slightly larger island, but it's still an island. You could walk around it in less than 10 minutes probably. Collected some honey. Take it back to the gift shop. Yeah, hello. Honey glands empty. Can make more creature pellets for them here. And solar power outstation. Let's recover the rest of the pellets and head back to the base. It's too far to go for just one teleporter, so you have to transfer halfway there. The other teleporter comes up to the landing pad for those who wish to travel here that way. And this is the teleporter into the vaults. Only way in and out is through the teleporter, so I can do security checks. A few extra machines there. Another trade terminal. And one more teleporter over here that takes you to the underwater part of the nature tours. You can, there used to be another. Well, they got the moon floor here anyway for entering the water, going for a swim. And you can see the underwater nature. There's some creatures. Little sunfish. I got a thermal vent there, crystal sulfide, armored clam. Lots of fish, wildlife, and whatnot down here anyway. They're gathering. They're expecting me to feed them, maybe. I don't know. Oh, yeah, the extra door was rendered in now. It wasn't there when I went through the room. So whichever way you prefer to enter and exit the water, a vertical door or a moon pool. and then you can teleport back to the main base and relax some more. As soon as the relaxing furniture comes back, there it is. A fireplace and some couches. And I think that concludes our tour of the Nature Tour base. Welcome to come visit. If you're ever in the mood, I guess we would need to give you the glyphs in case. Okay, the glyphs would be there. Dino, Sun, Rocket, Dino, Sun, Bug, Hexagon, Spiral, Fish, Triangle, and Faces. And I'm pretty sure this is in Euclid. It might be in Hilbert. Let's see. Current location. That's Euclid, so it's not in Euclid. It's got to be in Hilbert. See, I actually built Rocky Ridge Farms when I first escaped Euclid, before you could easily travel back to Euclid. And so all my Euclid bases got abandoned and forgotten, and Rocky Ridge Farms was, I think, the first base I built after I came to Hilbert. And I've had it ever since. Then I built a few more of these bases, including the Nature Tours. And by the time of this one here, we had the way to get back to Euclid. Hiccup. So I built another base back in Euclid then. But these are all in Hilbert. Not Runway, not Toxic Bungalow, but others. Then I got to Ice and Tam and hiccups, geez. Back in Euclid at Calypso Base. Rattler Nest back in Hilbert. Aftercab Office. I think I've showed people this one before too. Built the office for the management crew of aliens that have been helping me with the bases. There's the 5 of them that normally we just put them in a base somewhere. I especially built this office for them so they'd be comfortable. Haven't had any complaints. So it's got the usual vaults, Extreme Sentinel Planet, but got partly buried landing pad. Got exocraft summoning stations, so they can wander around the surface in safety if they feel like it. The vaults, few divider things, few trophy things on the roof. And then there's the farmer's office. Hi farmer, how are you doing? Attendant Fat. Fiat. Whatever. Fate. Yeah, sure. What do you want to... What do you need? He needs... Press options. He wants some fungal mold. I told him he could come back here and get it himself, but he never does. I think he just wants 50, isn't it? 50 fungal mold, and he gives me his latest invention. A iron vine bulbs. 900 years old. I thought he just invented it. What's going on? Okay. I'll put the rest of the mushrooms back. Sell some stuff here. Iron vine bulbs, 500,000. Nip bulbs. Honey, copper, cobalt. Nothing else to sell offhand. Freighter. No, that's all. So that's the farmer's office. Across from him we have a scientist's office. He got rid of his chair. He used to have a chair here. Gathered data. Wants details. Animal. Creature data. Okay, yeah, sure. You're welcome. Perfect. Please take these nanites. Okay. And over here we have the exocraft fella. He's actually sitting properly in his chair. He used to sit just neck deep in the chair all the time. I've detected another location of interest. Go that you may hone your control of the exocraft. I'll decline, I think. He has exocraft upgrades as well. You take care of it yourself, okay? And yeah, and he's got a few spare parts laying around here. Well, he's sitting there, yeah. He's old style NPC or something. And this is the weapons officer. He's got the wall of weapons behind him and examine multi-tool. I don't know, his tools are usually not all that impressive. Class C. It's It's got 21 slots, which ain't bad, but compare. This is 24 slots, yeah. 21 minus 4 is 17, actually, right? 7 and 17. See ho tail how tall they are. Old guard NPCs are that big. Yeah, he's quite tall, isn't he? And last but not least, he's got a special office here at the end. And yeah, he's a gek that's as tall as I am. This is the controller guy or whatever. Taunt me each time you enter and leave this home of ours. See the world and all I see is glass. Grant me some... collect images. Yeah, okay, I'll collect some images. Image requirements in my multi-tool. You still talk like 1.0 NPCs. Huh, yeah. I haven't really noticed that before, but yeah, you're right. They're kind of different, aren't they? This one might be... yeah, he's about normal size. I think I did update him. Got a new one. I don't know why. Probably I pressed the wrong button. And he ditched his chair as well, right? He used to have a chair. Crew is unique. Yeah. So anyway, that's my office space. The teleporter is right handy in the central corridor. Horrible place outside, actually. Is unpleasant sentinels, unpleasant weather, you know, the usual story. Look at that dairy is another one of my favorite bases. It's another creature feeding. You can get a real feeding frenzy going with the creatures there. Just a galactic center that happens to have some paraffinium, ammonia, nav data, storm crystals. A big base is another sort of legacy base. Activated indium and nitrogen, just a small mine actually, but it serves my needs. Selenium and sulfurium. Runway is another show base. I was experimenting with a few techniques like the wiring of the runway lights. Hexagon is a bunch of landing pads around a hexagonal central terminal with a full trade terminal, trade station down the hill from it. Late fissure planet, Eisentam cobalt mining operation. Viewpoint Lodge is another vacation retreat. A portal in Euclid with pyrite and green volcanoes. Calypso Outpost with activated cadmium. The Rocky Ridge Farms has unactivated cadmium. So I got an activated cadmium going there. Radon and uranium, just a very basic mine. I don't think there's even a building to get out of the rain and on that base. It's just mining equipment. Same with the phosphorus plant. Euclid Center. Now, how is that different from... Okay, that's a portal on Euclid. Rattler Nest is the Rattlespine planet. The office, Hex Mountain Retreat, a hexagonal planet with a vacation spot on it. Pod Station is the not the rattle pods, but the other glitch planet, special planet. Three Wing Farm is another greenhouse dome farming base. Experimental Research Station. I don't remember exactly what I was researching there. I just need the excuse to build a base. The Terbium Church. Basically another idea for a base. Deep water. Self-explanatory. Shark fin is the capillary shell things. I thought they looked like shark fins. Capillary shell planet, anyway. Colossal Mall was when they introduced the Colossal Archives. I set up a base on their mall. The mill is experimenting with some mechanical, electromechanical device animation. It basically just pushes the ball around in a circle. So, but took some wiring and experimentation to get it right. Mid-Hilbert is the center of Hilbert Galaxy. Alpine Outpost. Two Wing Farm is another farm. NMSA is Captain Steve's region. Corvax is that it's built on another colossal archive occupied by Corvax. Another colossal archive with a tiny depot, also Corvax. I don't really need that one so much, but colossal emerald colony with another archive. A mushroom farm. I think that's KJ PC gaming region that I built that at. Just built a mushroom farm because I already had farms for pretty much everything else. So there's more than one sort of mushroom that you can grow, so I planted them all there. Diplo Research Institute. There's some Diplos there that got some researchers visiting every so often. A fishing shack, another holiday spot, a little pier out there, and I think I got a rowboat on the dock with a shack and a landing pad. Arponus S-Class derelict. That's where I got those 250 light year derelict what's the term again? The derelict freighters in space where they have the procedural maze, and you get S-Class frigate module data, whatever they call them, plus occasionally a 250 light year warp range mod. So it's a major major base for hunting derelict freighters. I think I gave this address to Zane, and I'm not sure if he used it for one of his videos or not, but when I gave it to him, he didn't have a 250 light year freighter mod system yet. I hope they still work, but it's just a very basic base. It's got these planet data. Worm-ridden planet, so infested planet type stuff on here. But yeah, you can get all but one of your S-Class freighter mods from this system. There's the glyphs if you want to come visit. I'm not sure what galaxy it's in offhand. Current location. So it's not Isidore Jung, not after Kaba. It looks like it's Hilbert again, because the mid-Hilbert doesn't show a galaxy, and that's the current one. Okay? Do I have to fly up there and check it? Arponus. Yeah, so it doesn't matter what world, so the whole star system is the S-Class freighter mods, freighter frigate mods, whatever they called. Colony at the end of the universe in Lucan Gala. Gola galaxy. That's galaxy 255, so it's the colony at the end of the universe. I think it's right at the hub of that final galaxy. I did not visit all the galaxies in between. I just got a slingshot ride there. Hilbert Portal Base. Right. I don't know if you can see there. It looks like two portals side by side. It's not really. One of them is a fake. But I called it the I called it the Hilbert Portal Base anyway. A Lost Colony. This is a sort of a science fiction story that I tried to build. We'll take a look at it. I think I have shown it before as well. Built the Lost Colony when the mud huts were a new building item. Sort of. It's not terribly old anyway. And so it's a mud hut on a wooden platform. We got some plants decorating the area. The story I was trying to tell here was a colony freighter or some such was not properly prepared to travel. They were a poor group of refugees or some such. When they got to this star system, there was some problem with their ships. And the ship crashed way out in the water somewhere. They kind of lost their ship. And they were only barely able to survive by getting shelter in one of their mud hut things, building a wooden platform to grow it on. They got some other plants and whatnot to make food and water. They managed to, don't look at that, they don't really have a base computer. They only barely managed to survive anyway. They got no advanced technology, except one day a mineral refiner washed up partway up the shore. They were able to get it running for a few luxuries. It had fallen out of the crashed ship or something. And they found a few barrels and whatnot. Agricultural terminal, built a fireplace, got an ironing board or whatever that is. Just tried to make it as comfortable for themselves as possible until I rediscovered them living here on this planet. According to me, anyway, if you believe my story. Yeah, they're disguising their hut a little bit with some plants on the roof as well. A food processor, that's one thing they managed to drag ashore before the ship fully sank. Yeah. Only got one chair. But they managed to build a pretty nice fireplace, eh? And so I visit them every so often. They're actually become rather shy. They don't appreciate too many visitors. They might let you drop in moose someday if you ask nicely. They don't have a teleporter, as far as I remember. I don't think I ever gave them a teleporter, so they remain isolated. Gotta call in my freighter to get out of the system. Or I could fly it, I guess. And this is in Euclid, okay. I think there's a lot of lost colonies in Euclid that are yet to be discovered. This thing is so hard to target. So that was the lost colony. Lost colony there. Fort Cobalt is an outpost that felt kind of paranoid and defensive, so they built a wall around it like a old-fashioned fort. They've got security fences, and they're not very welcoming to guests, actually, I guess. Magnetized radon is just another mining base. Magnetized ferrite and radon separate, actually. Hot Mining Co-op is a hot planet with some various mining interests. Daffodil Park is the yellow flowers, like daffodils are yellow flowers, right? So it's actually the radioactive flower, whatever you call it. Frostwort is the cold. Frostwort farm, in case I need a bunch of like if I'm building a bunch of glass or something, I'll go visit them and restock. New winter resort, yet another kind of holiday resort place. 2 Korvax archives, just a minimal base that gives me access to two colossal archives close together. You can see them in the picture, right? Hidden Gem was just a pretty lush planet that I built a small base on. Hilbert Desolate Camp. Probably delete that someday. I have no reason to ever visit it as far as I know. Nougat Hotspot, Doxite and Nitrogen. Don't know why I called it Nougat. was a while ago now. I don't know if I've ever gone back. Dioxide and nitrogen. Yeah, ever so often I need more nitrogen. I'll visit there. Citizens Ammonia and Oxygen Mining Co-op. Self-explanatory. It's called Citizens because the streamer Sista Citizen has her main base in the area. It's her region. Farscape Station. Just thought I'd name it after the TV show Farscape, which I kind of liked at the time. Overlook. Overlook is overlooking my settlement, my main settlement. It's still down there. It's in the picture, although it's kind of hazy, you can't tell. A Spinge Moldy Citizens Colony. This is another Sista Citizen region where moldy balls for making farming nanites was the cool thing to do around those days. So it's got a bunch of moldy balls. And a few refiners to refine them down to nanites. Whenever I find the food critic on the space anomaly too tedious to give food to anymore for restocking my nanites, well, I'll come out here and do a bit of this stuff for a while. So it's a little base here, but it's mainly just a lean-to open to the air, and the moldy balls all roll down into it. So they're easy to collect then at the lots of moldy balls. And you just line up on them and sit there and fire. Runaway mold. I bet you they still spell mold two different ways. I've never fixed that either. So, runaway mold, M-O-L-D, and M-O-L-D, and then in the description, out of control mold with a U in it. Growth builds up in poorly maintained machinery. No machinery here for it to build up in. So yeah, I just split this up into separate stacks. And start feeding the refiners. And if one harvest isn't enough, you just sort of run over the hill and come back, and it'll have another field full of those balls for you to collect. And a spare one if you want to split them up a little more and get even more. And so this is glyphs there, in case you feel like coming by. And I'm pretty sure this is in Euclid. See, it's not in Hilbert. These are all Hilbert, not in Hilbert. So Toxic Bungalow is in Euclid, Runway's in Euclid. Light Fissures. So this is in Euclid. A fairly large field of balls, a variable number of balls at places like this. I got lucky. I didn't actually find this myself. It was, I think it was Gordy of Sisters Citizens followers that found it and let me develop it. But yeah, you can stack quite a few of them in there, seeing as how it's 5-to-1 reduction. You get typically it's 800 if you just divide them into 4 stacks like this. 5 minutes to wait. So we can go probably kind of a bubble planet. But yeah, with star bulb. Oh, and predators. Yeah, they like to attack you. Stop it. I got some liver. Okay. Oh, there's some oxygen. And a visitor. Get some X-Class mods. Trade. Spend some of these nanites. Suspicious launch thruster. Mining beam. Scanner module. Life support. Hazard protection, movement, shield, hyperdrive, pulse engine. Oh, and another predator. Where'd you go? Don't run away. Trade. Pulse engine. Starship shield. Positron? I don't use positrons. Nip nip buds. Neutron cannon I got a few of. Blaze javelin I don't use. So, thank you. Nice ship. Head back to base. There it is. So the lean-to is kind of funny looking, but it serves the purpose of keeping the weather off you while you're doing your work here. Oh, they haven't come back yet. You maybe have to go a little farther than that to get them to come back. But they come back fairly quickly. The food processors are not rendered in. There they go. But the balls haven't come back. Oh well. So how are we doing? 1 minute left. Pulse engine. Starship shield. Starship shield. Starship shield. Neutron cannon, neutron cannon, life support, hazard protection, hazard protection. Hazard protection. That thing. There we go. Nanites. Nanites. A little bit of leftover. Mold, nanites, nanites, and leftover mold. We'll leave the last one in there. Nothing left there. Okay. So, where was I? $15.33, don't need it. Just two, I think I have. Oh, no. 97.30, 99.44, 98.45 versus 16.21. And so now these are 10.877, 8888, 8886, 10.999, 9622. Two, four, small, 752, small. Okay, these are 223, 222, 221. 106. 227. Fascinating. We got one. 109. So 223, 222, 221. And what are these? 227, 224, 224. We'll take one of these, put it up front, take the 227, put it in the back. Oh, the shields. We got 33, 33, 33, 8, 10, and 7. And what's this? 16 and 2. Those are 3 attributes, and this is just 2. So what do we got here? Neutron cannon and neutron cannon. This is a shield module. Hyperdrive. Hyperdrive. 100 only. 100 only. Okay, what have I got left here? We got a few more. Launch thruster. Mining beam. Have to do these one at a time. 8, that's nothing. Scanner. Only 2. We got, I think all of these. Oh, 3, 4, 4. We got a 3 still there. Okay. Mining beam. 3313, and these are 4 attributes. Mining beam. Fuel efficiency only. That's pretty pitiful. Life support module. Out of space. Okay, so Starship. What's this? 3318? I've got better ones. 3333 is the worst. Okay. What's this? This is what I'm working on. Life support. 3111. 97, 99, 93. And one more, life support module. 7 and 4. So I got what? One usable one out of all that? Starship. What's this? Nothing. Launch thruster. 7 and 5. These are 6 and 10, 8, 11, and 12 and 9. Oh, we got a lot of these. Okay. So we got that one left. We got this stuff. Okay. Those are both neutron cannon. I think it was in here. I've got a neutron cannon. Yeah. So let's see what we've got. 1 and 6 damage. 14 damage. 12 damage. 10 damage. So 6 damage is not much. Neutron cannon. 12 damage. But only 2 attributes. Charging speed and damage. Charging speed 17. So damage 12 isn't enough. Oh yeah, it's almost always more bad than good. I think I'm lucky to get one good one out of all those. But, you know, every one you find is an improvement, so when you've got the nanites to spend, why not, right? We got a predator. More liver. Hi, boss Julian. How you liking 399? It's fine so far. I haven't found anything that's worse about it. The freighter part improvements are maybe the main difference I've noticed. Building on freighters is slightly improved again. And I hope they've patched properly some of the bugs that I have noticed in the past, like falling through floors and whatnot. So yeah, it's okay. Just a little bit closer to 4.0 to see what they come up with for that. And the Nintendo version, which will take more time to explore, expect to be a more significant change. So I think I'm finished here. This is a moldy ball runaway mold farming system. If you want to go back and get the glyphs and whatnot, it's there. Rattler nest experimental research. So where are we? Moldy citizen colony. So Volcanipolis barn? Yeah, that is a bit of a crazy base. Volcanic planet with a Diplos. And it's kind of fun because there's so many Diplos. You can just set out an animal feeder and they swarm. So yeah, this is just turning into another base tour. Automatic feeder. $157 food, okay. Just put it in there. So we might need some more, I doubt it. I'll just put 50 or so in here. So it's a nasty, ugly looking planet with volcanoes and such. We got some little animals. Oh, we got a Diplo. But they're swarming, right? Yeah, there's the second Diplo. Predators come in as well. Third Diplo, fourth Diplo. We got a trading center right there. This guy's coming in. So if you need giant eggs, you can come here and put some creature pellets in the machine. And I think the galaxy is just Euclid again. We'll check. Not Hilbert. Yeah, it's Euclid. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 diplos in, you know, about 1 minute of putting the feed out for them. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it's a moon of another planet directly overhead. Looked like a hole in the sky, like a ozone hole or something. And we get, you know, predators and little sheep or something as well, but mainly the diplos. A couple more coming in there. Big old crests on their head and beards on their chin. Small plates on their back, but lots of diplos. And it's just run by a few solar panels here. Look at them all. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in here now. Easiest way to collect diplos that I've ever found. And yeah, and large eggs and as well. So take the rest of that food back and try and get the eggs now. We got 20 eggs that quickly, as well as a little bit of wild milk and leopard fruit. Oh, 21 eggs, or 23 or something, yeah. Oh, get out of the way, jeez. Yeah, they even kick you around when you're inside the room here. So, giant eggs. Okay, we need to call the freighter. I don't need more giant eggs. I've done this before. Full stack of them there. Okay. Send that all to the freighter. Put that back in its place. And I think we're done with this place. So that's Volcanopolis. Combined volcanism and diplos. Under the sea, basic basin base. whatever that was, seasonal. Second foundation, sorry. Eye strain. Ortham Active Copper Company, activated copper. Salt mines. I do have a salt mine. I was looking for that place yesterday and I didn't see it. Darn it. Just didn't look far enough or carefully enough. Such an obvious thing. I shouldn't be surprised that I thought of it a long time ago. Oh yeah. It's got room for expansion. The power isn't working right, but we got 4,000 salt sitting around anyway. Oh, there's the power. Okay, it's just a proximity switch on the teleporter. So it's all working fine. It's a fairly modern building, as you can sort of tell. Save point. Good idea. Let's unload some of the stuff from our freighter. We don't need the milk. Sodium, cadmium, wiring loom, liver, leopard fruit, giant eggs. The Stealth Ninja, welcome, welcome. Just doing a little bit of a base tour here. It's still, what, it's 20 to 12, so Moose will be streaming in 20 minutes. We'll finish it up. So that was salt mines. Good to be back. You've been away? Sorry, we didn't actually, or I didn't actually notice. Were you on vacation, or were you ill, or Bulldanger marker? Okay, I haven't even, that's just a single base computer. Toxport 148. Toxic something. Underground Viking market. Oh, a colossal underground. I don't remember this base. What did I do here? It's obviously some sort of colossal archive or something. Underground Viking. Oh, it's a pirate. That sort of underground pirate market. Colossal archive. So it's a little bit different from the too busy planning a family reunion. Oh, that sounds like fun. Tis the season for family reunions. I think I might have missed it already. I forgot all about it. I was invited to a family reunion, but it's been so long since I've seen any of those people that be right back. Okay. That I wasn't thinking about it. I might not have missed it. Hard to say. Yeah. Oh well. So yeah, underground. We just got a minimal base set up on the Colossal Archive. We got a little commodity dealer. Purchase components. Hermetic seal, antimatter, microprocessor, wiring loom, amino chamber, solar mirror, drop pod coordinate data, glass. And that's all he's got. Nothing underground about that. There's the that stuff. What was the Mercenary Guild guy have to say? Should we, oh, I have talked to him. At least he remembers me. He remembers that I don't need another gift. Wave your finger at me. Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't bother me. What do you got to say? Your Gex servant told me you were coming, interloper. Wonder which Gex servant that was. 'Tis an honor to meet one whose bloodlust exceeds even my own. We shall kill together for the glory of Herc and our ancestors. The great sentinel hunt begins. Come, let us inhale the requisite gra. The Viking is old. It is not their skin or appearance that suggests this. These beings are too alien, too unusual for me to make a judgment on that basis. No, it's the way they hold themselves, the way they speak. They do not posture. When they smile at me and tell us honor for us to meet, I believe them. To come to my world and make use of my new weapons terminal. Oh, he wants to be my weapons officer. Well, I've already got one. Thank you. Thanks for the offer. I'm sure there'll be a fine interloper by here one of these days. You sign on with him. Was I misinformed? Well, interloper, let me know if you change your mind. So the Gek he was referring to was the base chief guy. I thirst for the hunt. Well, you can go hunting here anytime you want. Don't let that stop you. We got some lore here for us. A recording of a young Viking speaking with a fighting pit. Speaking within a fighting pit. The bodies of fallen cowards, failed recruits, and other criminals at their feet. Failed recruits is like a criminal to them? Huh. They have fought for 50 days, given gra gas after each battle. Yeah. Fed from the fresh circuits during each night. fed from the flesh circuits during each night, denied all rest. Does that without rest. No wonder he's going nuts. Brothers, we fight upon a lie. We take blood across the universe for no more reason than with the word of a dead coward. I have such friends, no, such a family. The Sentinels are not our enemy. We just lack proper instruction. We ... Pauses as the shadow falls above the pit. Hundreds of blades fall from the cargo door of a passing merchant vessel, impaling the heretic. Oh, that'll teach him. A malfunction was deemed another miracle of Herc in spite of the pilot's inebriation and the ship's status as GAC. The pilot was inebriated, was he? Yeah, that their drug use reminds me that of apparently the soldiers in World War II kind of discovered the Germans had discovered methamphetamine and were feeding their troops methamphetamine for the Blitzkrieg, right? And they were all hopped up on meth. The Americans weren't necessarily any better. They had what they called bennies, which is just pure stimulants. They wouldn't need to sleep near so much, and they had lots of artificial energy to go into battle. It was as much a pharmacy war as a war of ideology and whatnot. The bennies won out over the methamphetamine. We should have learned a lesson from that and got rid of that meth junk. It's terrible stuff. That's where my ship teleported in. I can walk right under it. Not quite. The feet bump my head. Can't go that way around it. I can go that way around it. And I can still get into it. I guess I can take off through the roof. Yeah. Didn't hurt at all. Oh well. Let's see if I can land on a landing pad. Sure, no problem. So I should build a landing pad for the base here so that I don't have to rely on that to work properly. Oh, there it is. But it's too funny. Maybe I just won't. So that was the Viking underground base. Salt mines, Bulldinger, Tux Port. The Viking market, yeah. S-Pole. I built a base right at the south pole of this planet just to have one. It happens to have some stained glass around. And then I built one at the north pole of this planet. In the Lucent Galaxy. I think that's Galaxy 255 again. After Kaba got an ossified post. Honey Apple Cave. That's a base in a cave that can harvest honey apples, honey and apples from various creatures found in the cave. A rest stop, just a nice little relaxing base again. Polo's Lattice Sinew Ranch. Yeah, I gotta give credit to Captain Steve for showing me how to get this base put together. Lattice Sinew was the very last cooking product I wanted to make. So cooking products, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a bit screens full of cooking products, and unless I put some new ones in 3.99 patch, I've got them all now. I've made everything in the catalog, and I fed most of it to old Fatso in the space anomaly. The thing is, there's, I don't know, what is it? Did I say 8 times? So 8 times 4 is 24 per screen. 8 screens, almost 200. Well, 200 with the leftover on the. So like 200 different products, but there's 600 recipes, cooking recipes. I did not do all 600 recipes because a lot of them duplicate the products. There's two or more ways to make a lot of these things. So there's like a little over 200 products with 600 recipes to make them. I did not do all 600 recipes. I'll admit it out openly. But I've got all these filled in. Anyway, the reason I'm telling you this is the Lattice Sinew was the last one I needed. Lattice Sinew was the last product I needed, the last blank I had on my catalog. And it's like one of the trickiest to find and get the ingredients for. Captain Steve showed me how, and this is not the place where he was showing it. I found my own place to do it then, built my own base, and cooked up some Lattice Sinew, and I thanked Captain Steve for it, but I didn't put it in the name of the base. It's just the Polo's Lattice Sinew Ranch. And that's the story of that base. A sentry center is a sentry pillar, in case I want to visit another one of them out in the Galaxy 255 again. And this space pirate outpost, secret pirate outpost, no trespassing. It's also my condensed carbon farm, barrel farm. We got a Whamma nest. It's just a little minimal base. This one I haven't even named yet. I'll probably delete it. It's just an outpost with the procedural name still. I didn't mean to exit that yet, really. Ballganger. My bases. Somebody else has some bases around here. So yeah, this outpost is just a procedural name. Haven't developed it. I might just delete it. Belligerent solution. Yeah, that's another sentinel pillar. The solution to belligerent sentinels is to go to their pillar and take care of it. Except another procedural name that I'll probably delete, and red dart retreat. Red dart is what I named the ship that I found here. If you go there in single player mode, I think you could find it again. It's gone in multiplayer mode, I believe. It's like a long hot rod with a circular wing that I thought looked like it would be a dart that you could throw at a dartboard. So I called it a red dart. Actually spent a little bit of time designing the base. So this is the machine room, and that's the exit. The other way is to the retreat side. It's all comfortable. A few plants and statues, just trying to look good. We got a nutrient processor and a plate full of cookies. And out here we have the shadow of the red dart. You can tell it's got a fairly long nose, which you would find here if you were in single player mode, I believe. Or maybe not, I don't know. And it might come back someday, you never know, right? Holographic black box springs to life. Pilot appears to have grown terrified in the weeks leading up to their death. Systems no longer operating with the efficiency to which they were previously accustomed. They began to forget things. Yeah. Crash was an accident, of course. Report the missing vessel. Access databanks. Well, let's see what report does. Log the ship with the authorities reporting the wrecked vessel. I'm rewarded for My trouble for reporting a missing vessel. Okay, so yeah, that building is held up by these stairs. Don't worry. This one's better supported. Oh, I've got, yeah, some planters here. And I think it's all powered by 2 solar panels. And the batteries, of course, if the teleporter wasn't on a proximity switch, it would take more power. A light bulb that takes a little bit of power. And none of this stuff in here uses any power as far as I know. Oh, yeah. Magic lights that I don't think they need any power at all. The fancy roofing, and a little, but a stark view. Some people prefer all sorts of plant life and stuff, and some like to just see rocks and stars. So they won't be disturbed. It's nice and quiet here. That's pretty much it for my bases, and it's time for Moose to start anyway, I guess. So we'll go over and join his stream. Good night, everybody. Thanks for dropping by. Those who did, thanks for viewing it. Those who watch this later in non-interactive mode, non-live mode. Good night.